Hello everyone, welcome to Cyber Defense.
So in this video, we are going to talk about a certain type of cyber attack, also known as zero-day attack. You have seen this term floating around internet and many companies announcing that they have found this attack, exploit or vulnerability. So this term is often used to measure the effectiveness of a certain antiviruses. But you need to know, zero-day attacks are not malware. So what exactly this thing is? Well, in this video, we'll take a dive into the world of zero-day attacks. And let's see. First, what are zero-day attacks? So zero-day attacks or exploits are unknown vulnerabilities in software that haven't been yet discovered or patched by the vendor. So these attacks are highly dangerous because they occur before the developer is aware of the flaw, leaving systems exposed and unprotected. Now how does a zero-day attack work? Or what is the anatomy of a zero-day attack? So basically, a software developer creates a software. Now cyber criminal discovers a vulnerability, or you can say a zero-day vulnerability in that software. Now cybercriminal creates exploit to use the vulnerability in order to take control over computer system, which uses that particular software. Now this vulnerability is leveraged in live attacks on a masses, or you can say a large number of systems which are using that software. Now when the software maker finds out about the vulnerability or the zero day, he has no time to patch it because the attacks are already been done and the damage has been done. So this thing is known as zero day, because the attacks happened already before even the vendors are aware of. Now next, obviously the software maker has to create rules in order to fix the zero-day vulnerability, and the update is distributed and the vulnerability is closed on the systems which are running the software. Now we need to know what are the methods that are used in order to exploit zero days. So it can be social engineering, in which attacker trick user into downloading malicious software or clicking on malicious links. It can be in the form of malicious email attachment, like email containing a malicious attachment or links which are, when opened or clicked, will exploit the vulnerability. It can be in the form of drive-by download, which will occur if someone visits a compromised website, which can result in automatic downloading and execution of the malicious code, exploiting the zero day. It can be in the form of network exploitation, where attackers scan the network in order to find and exploit vulnerable systems directly, or custom malware is designed to exploit the specific zero-day vulnerability, which are often embedded in otherwise legitimate-looking software or document, like it can be in the form of Microsoft Word or in a kind of Excel sheets. Now, what are the notable zero-day attacks that have been occurred till date? So, some of the notable zero-day attacks include Stuxnet, which was first identified in 2010, is a highly advanced computerized program that took use of several previously known software flaws. Its primary objective was to infiltrate and disrupt Iranian nuclear facilities. Next is Operation Aurora, which occurred in the year 209. This was executed with the aim of targeting numerous prominent corporations among the Google. The objective was to obtain unauthorized entry into the accounts of those advocating for human rights. Then there is Heartbeat Blood. This was discovered in 2014, which constitutes a vulnerability inside the OpenSSL cryptographic passage. The vulnerability had the potential to enable unauthorized individuals to access encrypted memory, compromising confidential information. Then there is Shellshock vulnerability, which was discovered in year 2014, which targeted Unix-based operating systems by exploiting vulnerabilities present in the bash shell. And then there is infamous WannaCry ransomware, which emerged in 2017, successfully exploited a previously unknown vulnerability in Microsoft Windows operating system. That cyber attack had a huge impact, literally infecting numerous computer systems. Now, how you can find some zero-day vulnerabilities or details? So, one of the tools or the website, the internet or the resource you can use is talosintelligence.com. You can visit the website and you can see a list of zero-day vulnerabilities, the report, and what the Talos ID and that zero-day attacks or the zero-day vulnerabilities are associated with which vendor, so you can keep yourself up to date. Also, you can look at some of the disclosed vulnerability reports which are associated with certain CVE, like you can see the Talos 2024-1952 was related to some Adobe Acrobat Reader, so you can just click on any one of them and you can see the details of that particular CVE, which will include the product URLs, like the vulnerable versions of the software and the details regarding the particular vulnerability in that software. Now, how you can patch zero days, or like if you're a company, how your company, or if you're someone who is running a company who have developed certain software, or you are want to protect yourself against zero day attacks, what are the measures that you can take place? So, first thing that you can do is scan for any vulnerabilities which may discover certain zero day attacks. So, vulnerability scanning is very important. Next, deploy firewall in order to combat against zero day attacks. Make sure to keep your automatic updates on every software and make that frequently without requiring human interaction. Also deploy powerful antivirus which will able to assist you in keeping your devices safe. Make sure the companies and all the employees should have understanding of online safety and they shouldn't click on suspicious links or suspicious attachments. Make sure to follow the news and pay attention to software vendor releases, react to danger before it is exploited. Also run or make input validation like using runtime application self-protection or deploying Rust is the most current development in the battle against zero-day attacks that you can take. Ensure that you are using security solutions that defend against zero-day attacks. Also deploy patch management which can help you to deploy patches and software updates which will drastically minimize the risk of a zero-day attack.
Understanding zero-day exploits and mitigation strategies. Introduction. A zero-day exploit refers to a security vulnerability in software or hardware that is unknown to the vendor or developer. It is called zero-day because it gives no advance notice or time for the affected party to defend against the attack. Hackers take advantage of these undisclosed vulnerabilities to compromise systems, steal data, or gain unauthorized access. This article will explain what a zero-day exploit is, how it is discovered, the steps to stop zero-day exploits, and procedures followed in their exploitation. What is a zero-day exploit? A zero-day exploit is a malicious attack that targets software, operating systems, or hardware using undisclosed vulnerabilities. These exploits are not publicly known and have not yet been patched by the vendor, making them highly dangerous as there are no immediate fixes available. Discovering zero-day exploits. Zero-day exploits are typically discovered through various means, including independent security researchers, ethical hackers, or security researchers may stumble upon these vulnerabilities during routine code audits or penetration testing. These cybercriminals, unfortunately, hackers may find zero-day exploits and keep them hidden to exploit for their nefarious activities. C. Intelligence agencies, government agencies may discover and keep these exploits secret for espionage purposes. D. The bug bounty programs. Some vendors offer bug bounty programs that encourage responsible disclosure of vulnerabilities, potentially leading to the discovery of zero-day exploits. Steps to stop zero-day exploits. Stopping zero-day exploits is challenging due to their stealthy nature, but several steps can be taken to reduce the risk and impact. At regular software updates, promptly apply security patches and updates released by software vendors. Although these updates might not cover zero-day exploits, they can fix known vulnerabilities, making it harder for attackers. B. Network segmentation. Isolate critical systems and sensitive data from less secure parts of the network. This can prevent the lateral movement of attackers if they manage to infiltrate one segment. C. Implementing security best practices. Employ robust security measures such as firewalls, intrusion detection/prevention systems, and antivirus software to detect and block suspicious activities. D. Employee training. Conduct regular security awareness training to educate employees about phishing attacks and social engineering techniques that are commonly used to deliver zero-day exploit. Procedures for exploiting zero-day vulnerabilities. Zero-day exploits are executed through a series of steps that allow attackers to take control of a system. At discovery, hackers find a previously unknown vulnerability in software or hardware. B. Crafting the exploit. They create a code or payload that exploits the specific vulnerability to execute malicious actions. C. Delivery. The attacker delivers the exploit to the targeted system, often through phishing emails, malicious websites, or compromised software updates. D. Execution. Once the exploit successfully reaches the target, it triggers the vulnerability, granting unauthorized access or control to the attacker. E. Privilege escalation. In some cases, attackers further exploit other vulnerabilities to escalate privileges, gaining administrative access and broader control over the system. F. Covering tracks. Advanced attackers may attempt to erase traces of their activities to maintain persistence and avoid detection. Conclusion. Zero-day exploits pose significant threats to digital security due to their undisclosed nature and potential for widespread damage. The discovery and exploitation of these vulnerabilities are complex processes, making it crucial for organizations and individuals to adopt proactive security measures to protect their systems and data from potential zero-day attacks. Regular updates, best security practices, and employee training are essential steps in mitigating the risks posed by zero-day exploits.